Good morning, first grade. So, I hope you like the story of the land of evens and odds. And after you've seen the story yesterday and listened to it, today I want you to tell it back to your parents, just like we do in class. We go back and remember every part of the story and think about what some of the important details are. And maybe think, what was something that you might find in the land of evens? So what might you find in the land of evens? I can think of a few things. I think I would find my cats. They're twins. But what else might you find if you went to visit there? And then I want you to think, what might get thrown into the well? I can think of something. A unicycle has only one tire. It's like a bicycle that has two tires, but with just one. I think that would probably get thrown into the well. Or what might be an extra that isn't even, but is an odd one out, a remainder, a leftover that might be put into the well? What's your answers? Then I'm wondering, how can you tell when something is even or odd? What are the clues that you look for? What do you notice? What's special about a number that makes it even or odd? There's a pattern and clues that will give you that clue to find out if it's even or odd. Once you've thought about the story and talked about it a little bit and thought what might be living in the land of evens and what might be put into the well, then we're going to draw a picture of it. And I thought today I would draw my picture first and show you, because there's only one rule for our picture today. Everything you draw in the land of evens has to be even. So here's my picture. Oh, there's two rules. I also would like you to add the well here to show where something might end up if it's left over or if it doesn't have an even number. So you will see I have how many trees? That's right, 2. And I did my trees in golden. That makes them a bit hard to see. So you may draw your trees golden, just like in the story, or if you would like to make them stand out stronger, you may draw them the tree colors you would see outdoors. Here I have how many robin redbreasts? 2. Here I drew a flower, and how many blossoms are on the flower? 2. And here I have some rabbits. How many rabbits? That's right, there are 4 rabbits. So I don't have too many things showing in my meadow, so you get to fill it with as many things as you like, following that rule. So you may have pairs of things, 2. You may have 4 of an animal or a plant. If you would like to include in your picture Luke and Laura, you could show them sitting on a log, or you could show them meeting Timothy and Frankie. Timmy and Frankie, they're new friends. Timmy 2 and Frankie 4. And you may want to show other things that come in evens that are more than 4. If you wanted to do the next even number, you might have 6 of something. And then the next even number after that would have 8 of something. You might even put 10 of something, but they would be quite crowded. And you'll notice I did my page long ways so that I could have plenty of space to draw things in my meadow. And you could even go to your Spanish book of all those meadow creatures that you cut out with Profe, and you could get some inspiration for different creatures that might be there in the meadow. And after you've finished your drawing, I want you to do some practicing of your evens and odds. I want you first to think of a couple numbers and write them down, because we're doing lots of practice with writing our numbers, and I bet you got some good practice starting your number line. So you might write down something like 7. Is it even or is it odd? It's odd. What if I say 7 plus 1? What does that make? 8. Is 8 even or odd? It's even. So think about those numbers and do some practice with them. And then figure out and decide if it's even or odd. And I want you to notice the patterns that are coming out from this. And we'll talk next time about what that pattern is and see if you spotted it. There's a rule and a pattern to match our evens and our odds. Now, another thing I would like you to do today is to do a little practice with writing a number sentence. We have written a few in our morning lesson book, but I would like us to practice a different way. So I'm going to read you a little bit of a story, very short story, and I want you to turn that into a number sentence. So an example would be, 1 seal is on the ice. 2 more seals come. How many seals are there in all? You would think, well, I started with 2. You should write down 2. You say, oh, I'm sorry. You started with 1 seal, write down 1. And then 2 more seals came, write down 2. And then think, what symbol would I show when I have something and then something more? Your addition symbol. Then you think, how many seals are there now altogether? That's when you put your equals, when you're finding out what the answer is. So here's what it would look like on the board. Of course, you'll use your piece of paper. Say 1 seal plus 2 seals equals how many seals? 3 seals, that's right. 3, 1 plus 2 equals 3. And that's how we show with our digits what is happening in a story. So I have 2 little stories to turn into a number sentence. The first one says, if there are 4 seals playing in the water, and then 5 more seals join them to play, how many seals are playing in the water. I want you to think about that, and then on your paper, write down a number sentence that shows what happened in that little story. And then I have one more for you to try. And this one might be a bit more of a challenge, so do your best and see if you can decide how to write this as a number sentence. If a seal ate 2 fish, but was still hungry and ate 6 more fish, how many fish did she eat all together? So think about how you might turn that into a number sentence like this. And think about the different symbols that we've used. What do they mean? Which one is adding more, and which one is taking away? So, those are some good practice problems for today, and I will see that work later. I would like to add just a few of our new words into our word houses. And I'm just going to do one house today because I've been collecting lots and lots and lots of words from all of you, and I have a good start. It's quite a few words. So I'll start today with just our E house. And I'll bring this a little closer so that you can see. So in my E house, I have the word let, L-E-T. Then I have the word keg, K-E-G. Then I have the word get, like I get to play outside today on this beautiful day. G-E-T. And my scoops on my G are running into my T's, so I hope we can still read that clearly. My next word is set. You might have figured that one out. It's S-E-T. Then I have met. M-E-T. And then I have a very special word that someone shared with me that is one of my favorites. And this one is an exception to our rules, but I'm going to include it. The word is Meg. And I'm going to put a capital M at the beginning. And I wonder why that might be one of my favorite words. And my last word for today is pet. P-E-T. So you can add those words into your E house, and we'll add some more tomorrow. So that's what I have for us today. Have fun. Something I forgot to tell you. Your drawing of the land of evens and odds should go into your book with your Tabor Times and Donna Divide and the other friends from Numberland. So keep that book with your houses handy because we'll still be adding to our word houses, but now it is time to take out our math books that we were working in with our friends from Lumberland. And I want you to go through that math book with your parents and share with them some of the work we did, some of the poems about the characters. If you haven't yet, now's a good time to do that. So have fun going back and reading about all of our Numberland friends, and then you may add the picture of the land of evens next on your next blank page. So have fun with that today and keep up the good work.